Garden City, one thing that separates it from all of the other top-notch high schools in the area is just that the faculty cares so much more, that they will come in for extra help extra days of the week. And if you ask them, you email them, you talk to them after class, they will come help you during their lunch period, come help you during your lunch period. It's just such a good dynamic. During SAT time, one of my English teachers, I was really struggling on the reading comprehension. And my teacher brought me aside, asked me how I was doing on my SATs. I told her I was struggling. And she immediately said, "Oh, why don't I meet with you and try different reading comprehensions?" And so that was just amazing to hear. And I did work with her, and I got my reading comprehension up a bunch of points.
I feel completely prepared going to college from Garden City High School. All of my teachers always asked me how I was doing, and it makes you feel very homey, like everyone cares about you, and it's not just teachers there to teach you all day. They actually care about how you're doing, and they want to see you succeed. I think all my English teachers definitely helped the transition from high school to college because they definitely know how the college professors are going to grade your essays, so they're really good at preparing you. My English teacher read over all of my college essays and sat down with me and made sure I had all the grammar and punctuation that I needed. All the social studies teachers also do a really good job. They definitely try to keep you interested and keep you focused, and they lecture sometimes as the same way as my college professors do. So it's a really helpful tool to learn how to note take and how to do all those things that you might think you could just push to the wayside.
I think that one of the most important skills that I learned in the high school, that was really bred into me in the high school, was the ability to take a field of knowledge and then look at how you learned it, what you learned, and then to totally shift mindsets into a different academic subject and to think about that subject in a totally different way. So you could take, two totally unrelated subjects, say Latin and chemistry, but just thinking about how you learn and what you learn, you can get a whole new idea of knowledge creation out of that, and being able to think about subjects not just in discrete units, but about learning as a whole has been immensely helpful to me throughout my college experience thus far.
I would say as a result of attending Garden City High School, I was extremely prepared. I took several AP courses, so that most definitely helped me, especially I got credit for a lot of them, so I got to place out of a lot of classes. And my guidance counselor, I probably could not have done high school without him. He was a huge help with me. As a nursing major, looking back on high school and my senior year, I am most thankful for my AP biology teacher and the course itself. The overlap between anatomy and physiology and AP bio is that the actual course material itself, some of it was the same, so that made for an easy transition. But also my teacher's teaching style, his lecture type class, helped immensely.
First and foremost, I'd say academically, just because of how academically oriented Princeton is. Definitely with a lot of the introductory engineering classes that I'm taking, I've seen a lot of the AP classes that I took at the high school have definitely paid dividends, especially the science classes that I've taken, AP chemistry, AP physics. The workload for those was definitely more rigorous than some of the other classes that I've taken at the high school, and they prepared me for the heavier workload that I'm facing in college, and the necessity to not only do the work inside the class and the required work at home, but also go above and beyond and do a little bit on your own to push yourself and to try to make the most of what you're being taught. The teachers I had for my AP English classes definitely emphasized being well-read and well-versed in a lot of different subject areas and being able to critically read a lot of different material, which I think is important. And I've seen that in my writing seminar classes and other classes where, as an engineer, I may not have as good of a background in, but I feel that I'm still able to manage both types of classes, whether humanities or science and math classes.
I'm hoping to be a pediatric nurse practitioner. This is mostly because I love helping other people and I care about other people, and nothing makes me happier than making other people happy. I felt I was definitely well prepared going into college from Garden City High School. I had taken 8 AP courses in college Spanish, so with that kind of background, the workload definitely paralleled the workload that I have in college. Garden City High School offers such a broad range of different courses that I could take. So going into college, I had placed out of freshman writing seminar and the literature course because I had taken AP language and AP literature. I had challenged myself throughout high school within the science department. Each of the teachers encouraged me and helped me during extra help so that I could try and work the best that I could. And they encouraged me that it was more about the education rather than about the grades. My first semester of college, being a nursing major, I had to take both bio and chem, and I actually brought my notes from high school. My chemistry notes from 10th grade I used to study for my college classes that were really challenging, and I used my AP bio notes from high school to do well on the tests that I have in college.
Our school offers just like an incredible amount of APs, and I think the more APs you take, the more prepared you will feel. But that could be in any school, but I do know we do definitely offer more than a lot of my friends had. The English department here I thought was absolutely fantastic. Like everything that they're just there for you to help. Like I'm able to send them a paper from college and be like, oh, look what I wrote. In AP Psych we would have to read every single day and have a quiz every single day. And that really helped like discipline me to know like you really do have to read every single night. Every night in college there's always something you can be doing.
When I think of the bubble of Garden City, I think of the fact that the teachers in that bubble and the people in that bubble make you so much more prepared for life outside of it than any other one of the 3,000 bubbles in this country. I mean, they put a lens on things, and that it's not a lens that filters out only the bad, that makes you see what the teacher wants you to see. But that lens truly lets you experience and learn things, particularly for me in history. That lens let me see what I wanted to be when I was older. Not just what I wanted to do, but who I wanted to be.
I think everyone in Garden City does their best to make sure that you are doing your best. They push you to be the best you can be in all departments, all areas, whether socially, academically, athletically. Well, leaving Garden City, I actually ended up with 41 credits because of all the APs I was able to take, which will help me greatly because I am so ahead of classes compared to my classmates. I'll be able to get a minor in Spanish, which was one of my dreams, and the various clubs that exist in the Garden City High School teach you things that you wouldn't learn in a normal classroom but are so important just in life in general, and inspire you to go and help others and do other things separate from what you're learning in the classroom.
Sports at Garden City High School really create a family-friendly environment. You really feel like your team is your family, and they were my second family to me. And when we won counties, my senior year and junior year, it was like we were on top of the world, and I couldn't think of any better way to finish out my senior year than with my team and my family, and I just thought it was such a great experience. I would say Garden City High School prepared me very well for the college experience. The teachers really pushed me in this direction because I would talk to them, every day about what am I going to do with my life, what's going to happen in the future, like is this the right path for me, and they would encourage me and they would say, you know what, go for your dreams, do what you want to do, and I really think that was an important part of my experience at Garden City High School.